You're doing okay. So what we want to do today is see how we can use the English that we do have and how can we improve that. How many of you all would say that English is having the world in your hand? It's up to you what and how you do with it. It opens every door all over the world. Correct? Yes. Okay. Now tell me, how do you think where we can use English for getting a job? Everywhere. And once you have the job, what would you do there? What can you do? I want you to tell me what is your career? What is your goal for a job? How many of y'all can interview in English? A complete interview in English? 1, 2, 3. That's one of my... Talk to yourself, okay, but by talking to yourself, what can we do? Record what you say. This is one of the tools that all of my students must do in my classes, is we recommend that you find something BBC, VOA, and record it. And you speak what you hear, and then you repeat it, and then you compare what you say to the recording. And then you correct it and speak again. That's what you want to do to improve your English. And you have to, how often should you speak English? Once a week? Once a month to practice? Every day. How often in a day? 24 hours. If you could speak English 24 hours a day, you would be doing very well. And that's a great compliment. How many can speak English 24 hours a day? 1, 2, 3. Then y'all are very fortunate, because that's one of my biggest complaints from my students. Oh, I don't have time. Okay, now tell me, how else can we practice our English? Think, okay. Thinking is a good idea, but think how. Let's say you have nobody to speak to you in a Vietnamese environment. What can you do? How can you think? What I tell my students is, when you're in a place and everything is Vietnamese, think what you're doing to English and bring it back to Vietnamese. Always do whatever you're doing, take it to English, bring it back to Vietnamese. Or Vietnamese, go to English and stay in English. Try to think in English as much as you can in a day. Because if you come to my classes and you study English wherever you're studying at, if you don't practice daily at least 3 times in one day, you will not improve. And I myself, I'm very proud that we have very good results in our school, but it's only because I push you all and I make you all crazy, make you all practice and send me your recordings, and I have to listen to your recordings and correct you all. But you all must do the job. Some of the things that we are working on today is overseas opportunities. How many are looking for jobs overseas? Okay, what are you doing to get that job?
English first.
I'm sorry?
English first.
English first, okay. And all of y'all have CVs in English that want international jobs? Okay. Now, have y'all practiced? Y'all practicing your questions for interviewing in English? Okay, because it's very important. You can go online. I use in my class, I have 50 of the top asked questions, the top 10, and I have all of my students copy and write those down. And repeat those and practice saying those and learn those. It's important. Whether you're going overseas for an international job or locally, that will help you. Gives you a better mind state. And remember, if you left the company, you never say, I hated my boss and I hated who I work with. Who can give me, why did you leave your other company? How would you reply? Why did you leave the last company you're working for?
For next step.
Huh?
For next step. Next step. For the future.
For this step.
The next step for the future.
Carry out. Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No. Who can give me, why did you leave the last company you worked for?
New challenge? More challenge?
New challenge, okay. How can we work with that? That's what I'm looking for. What else?
Money.
Money? What else? Who can help? Give me another one. Why did you leave your last job?
Because you like it one better.
Okay, all of those are the wrong answers. Okay, the correct answer you want to tell your new company is this. And remember, the last company was not challenging enough. You never say anything negative about the previous company you worked for. Never. I'm looking for a company that gives me more opportunity that I can grow with. The previous company did not give me enough of a challenge. So I decided to go somewhere else that's more challenging and that I can grow with. And I think your company is a company that I want to do it with. And those of you that have experience, that you think you can do the job good, you tell them, and what can you do for me? Don't go there, I want to job with your company because it pays good. That's not good. You know, and you all that just come out of school, I know many of y'all have just graduated. How many of y'all say you have no experience? No experience. Just come out of school. Raise your hand, everybody. Show me. Okay, now, y'all are wrong. Because all of y'all had to do projects in school. Right or wrong? Right. So then you have experience doing projects, correct? Yeah. So you never say you don't have experience. Because you have experience. Every project that you did, that's what you talk about. Well, what experience do you have? Well, I have experience of this, and I did that, and I did the research for this, and we did that, and I know about this. And what can you do for my company? Well, this is what I have done, and this is what I hope to do for your company. And I'm sure that you could train me to do what more I need to know. Yes? I want y'all to go in positive. Let me see. English is money, a better life, international business, and move from there. An English environment. I want to go save money and time. Okay. Recommendation. I want y'all to remember this. People who say, in every day, in every way, my English is getting better and better. I want you all, you know the word delete? Delete. Delete. I can't. I don't want to hear nobody ever call me or talk to me and tell me I can't. If you say you can't, you won't. But if you think you can, you will. You know success? Does success know what race you are? No. Does success know what color you are? Does it know what sex you are? Does it know your nationality? Hello? No. So, success belongs to all of us. Success is up to you. You can do anything. All you have to do is try. You may not try the first time. You may not try the second time. But the third time and the fourth time, you keep learning. Do we have any technology persons here? Who's technical here? Technology? Okay, maybe who could tell me who invented the light? Edison. Okay, now I believe that Thomas Edison was a stupid man. Thomas Edison was a no good man. True or false? True. True. You know why? Because for a long time, he did nothing but stay and work on a project that had no satisfaction conclusion of making a light. Do you know how many times he failed? He was called a stupid, no good man. Not for 1 year, not for 5 years, not for 10 years, for many years. But what did he do? That we all must do. Try and try and try again. Edison failed over 10,000 times. I'm not any different than Edison. If I want to learn, I must learn from my mistakes and keep going and correct them. Okay? If you want to be successful, what must we do? Does anybody know? To be successful, what must we do? Yeah, but before you try, you have to know where you're going. Correct? So we have to have a target. All of us need to have a target to be successful, right or wrong? Okay? So to be really successful with this target, what do we need to know about the target? I can't hear you. You must
Study.
study. Okay, study what? You must understand and know your target. If you don't understand and know your target, how can you reach it? Success is only gotten by preparation. No preparation, no success. You know, they say, how many of y'all here know the book Think and Grow Rich? What does Think and Grow Rich say? Can anybody tell me?
Think and grow it.
Think and Grow Rich, but what does that mean? It doesn't say Think and Grow Rich, it tells you a lot more than that. Anybody? You ought to read the book, you just opened it and looked at it. Never finished. How many finished reading the book? Nobody. Okay. Well, I have one more question. I saw something here about Harvard University. Okay. Can anybody tell me what university has made more millionaires than any other university in the world? Harvard. And do you know that at Harvard, you must, before, I don't know about this year, but until just recently, everyone must study and learn Think and Grow Rich. That is the first considered curriculum to understand is the book Think and Grow Rich. I believe that y'all may have heard of a guy who made Windows and Microsoft. His name is Bill Gates or Gate the Bill or something like that.
Bill Gates.
He's a real poor man, has no money. Well, this man was in a garage. You know a garage? He's there with his friends, and they sat around, they talked, they had a dream. They had a dream. You know what that dream was? Nobody knows what the dream was?
Money.
No! It was nothing about money. The idea was they wanted to make a computer. And so they put their heads together and they put a computer, they started making computers and programs and writing them. And everybody told them, you're stupid, you're crazy, you'll never do that. Never. But I think if you look at the history, they were wrong. I think Bill Gates today is still one of the richest men in the world. And is still coming up with the latest and the best technology available today. Guys, all I want to tell you is study. English is money. English is your future. If you want a good job, study English, learn English well, and practice it daily. And I think my time is up. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. If you have any questions or you want to contact me, my website is englishismoney.com.